Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces, 222, clear. It is Sunday, February 2nd, 2020. So it is 0202-2020 is a palindrome date. Yay! So it's day 2222. Do an energy check-in for the Twin Flames. I want to thank everybody who came to the live last night, the live Twin Flame mini checks. Those of you who have emailed me, clear. I will email you as soon as I'm able. I do have a lot of stuff going on today, so just be patient with me if you could. I may do another. I'm not going to lie. It drained me very much so. And I think a lot of it really has to do with the fact that there were, it was more than one person. It was more than just a one-on-one experience. I was getting energies from a lot of different places. And actually, it's a really good exercise for me, clear. So it does help me when I do those sorts of things because it helps me to distinguish who I'm connecting to, okay? So I appreciate you guys very much. If you're interested in the full service, it can be found on my website, divinepisces222.com. It's $44.44 for about 15-20 minute live session, okay? Clear. And also, I am going to go live a little bit later, I think probably around noonish, and we're going to do a Twin Flame discussion like we did last week. We're going to talk about 5D communication, because that seems to be the winner. I did a poll not too long ago on my community tab, and everybody seemed to, well, not everybody, but most people wanted to talk about 5D communication, which actually I think is really good. And it's really interesting, too, because I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in the 3D that, we forget just how real the 5D communication is. It's kind of incredible, actually. But yeah, so we'll discuss that, and of course, any questions you guys have about that, or, and we'll probably start off with that, but we'll probably go completely different direction, just like we did last time, and that's perfectly fine. I'm all about going with the flow. All right, so let's see what we've got here today. Oh. Okay, alright, well, first card we've got is main female. So, I feel like at this point, a lot of divine feminines, and this is very, very much in the collective right now, a lot of divine feminines are just being still. Does that make sense? As far as the connection goes. It's like they've kind of come to terms with a lot of things. They've come to terms with their own journeys and the things that they're supposed to be learning. And a lot of them have released the expectations of the connection itself. A lot of them, and we can probably talk about this a little bit more when we talk about 5D communication, but a lot of divine feminines are very aware of what's happening to their divine masculines right now. I feel like some divine feminines are getting some really disturbing images, feelings, like this feeling of just terror. Some are getting that from their divine masculines right now. And I do feel divine feminine, again, very, very aware of what's happening to their divine masculines, and some of it is really disturbing, but then, I feel like divine feminine, what this is supposed to be doing here, and I understand the need to release, I understand the need to kind of disconnect from that, because it can be very overwhelming, and sometimes you're not really quite sure if you're feeling you or not. But I feel like what this is doing is it's bringing up some more stuff for divine feminine that needs to heal as well. Okay, because there's still some insecurities here, guys. And to be honest, the healing process is never done. It isn't. I mean, you're constantly learning. You're constantly ascending, right? I know Kayla was talking about last night in her life. She's going through another ascension. Absolutely. I mean, I feel like I'm going through another one. And it just like keeps progressively getting more and more intense. And it's like once you go through these ascensions, it's like a heightened sensitivity to everything. You know, she was talking about she can't go to Walmart. I always avoid Walmart. I avoid Walmart like the plague. Just like malls. Like as soon as I step into a Walmart or a mall or something to that effect, or a department store, it's like I am instantly drained. Like just like whew, sucks right out of me, right? So when you're going through ascension and you're going through, you know, awakenings and things like that, it's like you're doubly sensitive to that sort of thing, right? And so Divine Feminine might be time to, I mean, disconnect or release or, you know, step away, whatever you need to do, but you need to really focus on yourself and your energies and really come to terms with what you're feeling. I feel like a really good exercise would be to, when you're doing meditation or, you know, whatever it is that you do, everybody meditates differently, okay? So just take that into mind, okay? When you're meditating, I would highly recommend, okay, calling in your counterpart to you and learning how to feel that energy. Now, the energy is going to be similar because you're the similar soul vibration. I understand that. But even then, you're still going to be able to differentiate your counterpart's energy to your energy. Okay? So I would recommend that so that you can kind of get a better understanding of what you're feeling, right? And of course, we got the message of concern again. What is up with this, guys? So, and the distant horizon cards. So okay, so I'm still getting this. There's something that's come in here, and you know, Divine Feminine. Again, this may be you here. Maybe you have received some sort of message from your counterpart, some sort of communication. 5D, 3D, whatever, or you've received some information about your counterpart that you have either discovered or someone has told you, something like that. So some sort of message of concern coming in, but I almost feel also that this message of concern may be concerning Divine Feminine. So maybe, you know, there could be that Divine Masculine has received some information in the 5D that may be incredibly disturbing as well. So, I also feel, you know, some of it does have to do with movement. So again, I'm getting some sort of movement, physical movement. Somebody's moving homes, somebody's changing homes, or somebody is leaving a home situation here. Okay, that's incredibly toxic. All right, but again, with this anchor here, just kind of here, and then the ship is floating over here. It's like, whatever this situation is, there is no anchor. There is none, right? It's illusion. It's a facade, and it's skipping, so Divine Truth, yay. So it's a facade, okay? And so I'm getting movement just in general, but this with the house card right next to it just is really signifying to me either somebody is changing homes, somebody is moving homes, or somebody is leaving a home situation. Okay? And it could be either Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. There just appears to be some sort of movement. And Divine Feminine, while you're being still, and when I say still, I don't mean waiting. I mean like surrendering, being in that inner peace, right? That stillness, right? You're not projecting. You're not pulling. You're just still in your receptive energy, as Divine Feminine is supposed to be, really. So the feminine energy is receptive, while the masculine energy is moving. Does that make sense? It's like, it's the whole give and take aspect. Okay, you have to have an equal balance of both. So Divine Feminine receives, Divine Masculine gives. Does that make sense? But I'm getting a lot of despair, guys. A lot of depression. A lot of anxiety, fear. Some of them are drinking. Some of them are self-medicating so they don't feel. But what this is doing is it's actually creating an even more toxic situation within themselves. It's going to get to the point where they can't not feel anymore. Okay? Some of them are in despair about whatever this is, you know. Maybe they're being forced to move and they don't want to, okay, for whatever reason. Or maybe someone is moving away from them. Maybe it's you, Divine Feminine. Maybe you're moving away from them. But I feel right now, Divine Masculine, I guarantee if you're not in communication, maybe you're in separation, you haven't seen your counterpart for a while, your Divine Masculine for a while, I guarantee you, if you were to look at them now, they're going to look different. They're going through spiritual awakening, guys. They're going through a serious ego death right now, and it's very, very painful. Some of them probably look older, worn down, tired, depressed, okay? And a lot of it is realistically, a lot of it is them doing it to themselves, because a lot of them are still refusing to face the music, you know, realistically, okay? Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. This came out upside down. So, yeah, Divine Masculine's had enough. Realistically, like emotionally, has had enough of whatever it is that's coming at them. They don't want to feel it anymore, guys. And this is part of the reason why they're drinking, why they're self-medicating, whatever it is they do. You know, it may not be drugs. It could be they party. It could be they step out. It could be, you know, porn addiction, sex addiction, gaming, whatever it is that they pull themselves into or they surround themselves with to keep themselves from feeling, literally feeling. Right? Out of sight, out of mind. I don't see it, therefore it does not exist. But I'm guaranteeing you guys, when they go to sleep, when they lay down, when they put their defenses down, they're seeing and feeling some shit. Okay? And a lot of them are not sleeping. Or if they do sleep, they wake up multiple times. They're getting really, really intense dreams right now. Like, these awakenings are no joke. Okay? And I think it's actually very appropriate that we'll be talking about 5D communication today because of that, okay? But yeah, I mean, this Ten of Cups situation, right? This right here, it's all on their mind. Look at all these cups. Yeah, it's on their minds, guys. Okay, so the situations that they're in right now, third-party situations, a lot of them do have third-party situations. Now, again, this could be, you know, a marriage, a partnership, a job, family, religion, addiction, whatever. Okay, the situation that they're in, they've been blinding themselves to it. They've been blinding themselves to the fact that they're not happy for a long time. They thought this was it, guys. They thought this was it. This was it. Okay, end all be all. This is where they were supposed to be. They were led here for a reason. A lot of them, you know, who are in karmic relationships, they you know, they thought this was their soulmate. This was it. And you know, for a lot of them, this is a soulmate. Karmic can be a soulmate. Like, karmic is a soulmate. A very high level one for me. That contract, it's not going away. It's going to change. Like, the roles that we play in each other's lives are going to change. Okay? But, you know, a lot of Divine Masculine are really having a hard time coming to terms with this. Okay? Especially with, you know, there are people around them, probably, whether family, friends, whatever, telling them that they're crazy. They've got it good. They shouldn't release. They shouldn't let this go. This shouldn't go. They shouldn't let this go. And so Divine Masculine is torn. emotionally, because they're like, well, I'm not happy, but everybody's telling me I should be happy, right? But I'm not happy, and I have to hide the fact that I'm not happy. So what do? I drink, I smoke, I step out, I seek attention from others, okay? But all the while, it's like they're putting on this happy face, they're putting on this facade, they're like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm so happy. And inside, they're just like suffocating because they can't be their authentic self, right? They can't get out of this. They can't, right? That's what they're telling themselves. They can't get out of this. There's too much writing on this situation. And so we've got 2 10s here, look. There's too much writing on this situation. I should be happy. You know why? Because I have everything I need, right? It's all about money. I have stability, right? But this is an illusion, guys. It's an illusion, okay? And they're coming to terms with that. A lot of them want to end this codependency. They want to be able to be on their own 2 feet. They want to be able to generate this themselves. They want this to be true. And they're starting to understand that where they're at right now, this is an illusion. It's built on codependency. Okay? And so a lot of them are facing, karma. Okay? They're facing the music, literally. They're having a hard time facing the music. Okay? And so these karmic contracts are ending. They're coming to an end. There's a culmination of it's just culminating, basically. And I feel like it's really getting to the point Divine Masculine is going to explode. It's so built up, it's so compressed. They're literally going to explode. There's going to be a tower moment. Some of them are creating their own towers. Some of them are praying for towers. Some of them are praying for Divine Feminine to swoop in and save them. But you know what, Divine Masculine? You have to do it yourself. You have to do it yourself. Okay? And if you don't do it yourself, the universe will help you. But you're still going to have to face what the universe is throwing at you. You're still going to have to pick up the pieces and rebuild yourself. Because realistically, a lot of Divine Masculines feel broken. They feel broken. They feel like everybody around them is breaking them. They feel drained. They feel like everybody around them is just literally sucking the life out of them. To the point where they're just like, whatever. I'm just gonna smile and nod and keep my mouth shut and pretend I'm okay. Even though I know I'm not. And Divine Masculine, the people around you know you're not happy either. Okay? It's a way of control. Okay? Divine Masculine doesn't want that anymore. A lot of Divine Masculines, I'm telling you, they are living a lie. They're living a facade. It's all an illusion. Okay? A lot of them are carrying this heartbreak around all the time. And they don't know how to shake it. It's like the karmic situation is blocking them from releasing this. Okay? From making the decision to move on from the deception. Because they don't want to be deceptive. They don't want to. They don't. Okay? So Divine Feminine, if Divine Masculine's being deceptive with you, please don't take it personally. Okay? They don't want to. A lot of them are trying to make some of these situations work because I'm telling you, they feel like that's all they have. Especially if you've stepped away, right? Right? So, Four of Wands, a lot of people think this is, the Union card. And in a way it is. It's the foundation, right? It's the energetic gateway. It's the 1111, right? But this to me is showing me that these foundations that the Divine Masculine is in right now, they're built on lies. They're built on deception. This should be upside down. Okay? The foundation is upside down. There is no anchor. Okay? There is no anchor. They're facing their karma. They can't release the emotions. They feel stuck in codependency. They feel like they should be happy. But they're not. Okay? And that's the struggle. So, message of concern. Some of you may receive communication from your counterpart, from your Divine Masculine. I feel a very strong urge from Divine Masculine to communicate. Alright, and you may receive communication. Some of them want to move. Again, with the movement, the general movement, but they may be literally moving. Okay? And that could be what this message of concern is about. Some of you may be receiving communication of this nature. Okay? Oh, goodness gracious. Alright. Let's take a look at Divine Feminine. Now that we're already 20 minutes in. This might be a long video today, guys. I feel like my readings are getting longer, and I'm so sorry for that. I know I don't really like long readings. It's just sometimes I get going and I can't stop. So, Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, yeah. Divine Feminine. I feel a lot of Divine Feminines here recently have been having a lack of clarity, feeling really confused on what is real, what is illusion, and what is truth. Right? So I feel like right now, Divine Feminine being still, Divine Feminine surrendering, in reality, it's like she's just trying to find clarity on her path here. And I feel some Divine Feminines have found that clarity on their path that's going to lead them to this new beginning, this abundant new beginning that's coming for her, so that she also can end the codependency. Okay? Now, whether that be financial codependency, maybe you're at a job that you hate, you're in a marriage that is toxic, or, you know, whatever. Maybe it's a codependent cycle within your connection with your Divine Masculine that you're seeing clarity on that needs to end. Okay? But I just feel definitely, a lot, Divine Feminine's definitely been kind of in this state of struggling with herself. You know, struggling with her own deception, struggling with what is truth and what is illusion. Okay? So, Divine Feminine, trying to refocus that, trying to refocus her attention to what matters here. And I feel like Divine Feminine does feel a little bit in victim mode. Like a lot of things maybe aren't working out the way that she wants them to, or things are coming at her, or people are coming at her, drama is coming at her, and she just feels, I almost feel like an inner child thing coming up here. I don't know, maybe there was an experience you had when you were a child where you felt isolated. You felt people were attacking you. And that left you wounded, left you feeling like everyone hates you, that the world is against you. Okay? But is that true, or are you lying to yourself here? Okay, so you have to understand, you know, truth. What is the truth? Were they coming at you? Or did they see something in you that terrified them? You showed them themselves, so they shunned you. Okay? So, Divine Feminine, you know, again, I would recommend doing some meditations. Yes, bringing in your counterpart, but also doing some meditations here on some of the lies that you maybe have told yourself over the years because of things that happened to you when you were a child. Inner child stuff, man. It's the key. I'm telling you, okay? And so Divine Feminine, I feel like, you know, is really feeling a little bit in her head about this. And I feel like Divine Feminine's kind of going over it again, over and over and over again, right? What are you doing, though? It's like Divine Feminine also facing karma. Okay? And some of us, you know, some of us are repeating karmic pattern. And actually, it's interesting because David with Soul Mission mentioned this, you know, when we spoke, that, you know, you're actually repeating karmic cycles that aren't yours. You're taking on the karma of others. There's also ancestral karma. Okay? So you may be working out some ancestral karma. Maybe you felt victimized your entire childhood and you didn't understand why. Why people didn't like you. Why people shunned you. Why people pushed you away. It wasn't your karma. You were dealing with someone else's karma. Okay? And so I feel like coming to terms with that and dropping the guilt, because I think a lot of times we feel betrayed, yes, but we also feel guilty for some reason. We feel guilty. We feel like we did something wrong to deserve the things that we got, right? So need to come out of that energy, Divine Feminine, because in a way you're actually, again, mirroring Divine Masculine right now. Divine Masculine is in victim mode, okay? And so, Queen of Cups, man, look at all this mirroring. So, Divine Feminine also needing to come to terms with her own emotions, with her own feelings, and healing that. Purging as necessary and healing that. Because there's something here, Divine Feminine, there's something left over that has not been healed yet. Okay? And so I feel like these insecurities that are coming up is a direct reflection of what's happening to Divine Masculine right now. Okay? Which is what? Making you feel burdened, making you feel you can't move forward, making you feel stuck in this situation. Maybe you're burdened by triggers and you got triggers coming at you all the time and you don't know what's happening. Maybe they're not your triggers. Or maybe they are your triggers. Or maybe your Divine Masculine is triggered by something you did and he's triggering you back. You know what I mean? So it goes back and forth. So Divine Feminine really need to go within and figure out, like I said at the beginning of the video, whose energies you're feeling. Okay? Because I feel like it's a strong mix of both. And it's bringing in a lot of confusion. Okay? So let's take a look at connecting energies real quick. I don't want this to be a 40-minute video, so. Yeah. Okay, well, you have the key, right? You have the key. You have the key to your own happiness. You have the ability to get out of whatever prison, whatever prison you're in or you think you're in. You have the key to get out of this, okay? Some of you are receiving song messages on a daily basis, maybe multiple a day, okay? Some of you speak to your counterpart through music, you know? Okay? So signs are everywhere. It's time to release. Release. Release the need. Release the expectations. Release it. Release it to the universe. Okay? You can escape your prison. Yes, you can. But this is not the way. Okay? This isn't just Divine Masculine. I feel a lot of Divine Feminines are in some sort of coping mechanism too. They just may not be admitting it to themselves. Divine Feminine, be honest with yourself. Okay? But yeah, a lot of Divine Masculines especially they're here. Okay? And this is representative. They may not actually be drinking, but, you know, some sort of escape tactic. Alright? Alright, let's get some messages from counterparts. Okay. Alright, let's get some messages and advice from Source. I mean, I don't think I need to say anything. This is exactly what I said at the beginning of the video. Where Divine Feminine is in this state of being still, wanting to be still, and trying to accept the situation as it is. Okay? So acceptance, realization, keyhole. You have the key. I mean, come on, this is perfect, right? You have the key. You have the key. You can get out at any time. There's the door. Move forth. Go forward in victory, right? Some of you need to set up your boundaries here. Some of you need to set boundaries with your counterparts. Some of you need to set boundaries with others. Some of you need to just literally up your protection game because you're going through an ascension. You're very, very vulnerable to negative energies coming in, okay? And some of you, again, may not be feeling your energy. You may not even be feeling your counterpart's energy. You may be feeling someone else's energy. Okay, so keep that in mind. And okay, look, you can't make this up, guys. Release. Release. It's time to release it. Release does not mean giving up. Release literally means releasing the expectation of the situation and moving forward regardless of what happens. Okay? That's what release means. Alright guys, I hope this helped. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll be sending some information through my community tab about my live today so that you guys can join me, okay? Alright guys, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.